states, lure the reader into cooperating by the use of his or her imagination. And it struck me that we could talk about your story in that respect. Would you like to talk about that?
It's funny because Amanda also sent a quote to us when she was emailing the three of us. It was a Laurie Moore quote that said, short stories are like photographs and novels are like films. And I think that kind of plays into that too, because the short story is really like a photograph. Because really good photographs, I think, they're more about what's within the borders of the photo itself. They suggest something apart from that and outside of those borders. And a short story, I think, should do the same. It's not just the words that are there on the page. It's not exactly what the people are saying, because people are often unreliable narrators and they're hiding stuff, or they're lying. They're just outright lying to you. And some of the greatest narrators in history are great liars, and that's why we love them so much. But also I think it's fun when you're writing a story to leave stuff out and let the reader try to guess stuff, or lead them up a garden path and then do the old switcheroo on them. I love doing that kind of thing as well. And it's really, I teach a course in fiction writing as well, and it's fascinating watching people's first stories that they write compared to what they write at the end, because they write less at the end than they did at the beginning. And it's a real danger sometimes. You think you've got to get everything out there on the page, you've got to explain everything from the get-go, and you've got to start at the beginning. And stories, often, you shouldn't, the opening of my story was not my original opening of my story. It was about a third of the way through, but it became the opening instead. And I write stats of stuff that doesn't appear on the page. I've got this, I think, 10-page interview with Sylvie that I did in a made-up interview I did with her to find out about her. And I do that with a lot of my characters. I guess being a journalist, you can learn a lot by interviewing people. That's what you do when you're a journalist. But I tend to do it with my fictional characters because I'm a Virgo, and I guess I like knowing what exactly they're on about. But you don't put all that on the page, you try and hide that, because it's almost like scaffolding. You need that stuff, you need to really know your character to make them a three-dimensional person, even though they're fictional. But you need to take the scaffolding down at the end. It's like a building, you need the scaffolding for the thing to have structure. You don't want to see the scaffolding at the end. And I think that's the bit that's between the lines that you've got to leave out, that readers don't want to see that stuff, but they want to see the fully formed person. But the story in the end can be quite sparse. You read stuff by Raymond Carver or Dennis Johnson, people like that, and their stories are phenomenally sparse, but after them you just go, wow, that's a complete life I've read about. Brokeback Mountain, I mean, by Annie Proulx, is, that movie, you think, well, that's got to be based on a novel, right? And it's a short story, and it covers years and death and life, and it's one story in a book, and it's phenomenal. So the best stories can do that.
You mentioned beginnings. Perhaps we could talk about endings, because Richard Roffeder mentioned last night how the ending is often the thing that, a good ending is often the thing that sets a story apart from a lot of other